You have now reached the section where it's time to enter the medications the patients received for treatment of their rare genetic disorder. You can choose here to focus on those treatments that had the most significant impact, either because they helped a lot or they made the condition much worse. Enter the names of all of the medications that were used in the medication dropdown or by typing the drug and hitting enter if it is not in the list. If you want to enter information about the dose of the medication, both the initial dose and current or final dose, the duration of treatment, or adverse events associated with a particular medication, select the pencil icon next to the medication name to add those details. It's also perfectly fine to skip all of the dosing details and just add medication names. You can add whether the patient had any side effects. This is where you also have the chance to enter what symptom the treating physician was attempting to impact and whether the medication had any effect on that symptom by entering it as a primary target and describing the outcome of treatment. So for example, here I might select from the pre-populated list of symptoms, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy with symptoms and that the patient's condition improved. You'll then have the chance to describe if the medication had any off-target effects, meaning that it seemed to impact a symptom other than the primary one the treating clinician was targeting. For example, if the primary target was treating hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, but you notice that the patient was also able to gain weight and experienced improvements in growth, these could be documented as secondary targets here. Click Add Other Effect and select the symptom. I can describe clinical markers of improvement and select Save Other Effect. When you finish entering the information about the medications and treatment outcomes, click the Continue button. You're asked if you would like a reminder to update the information, and then are given the option to upload any images or documents that you think help to provide context about the case that you have entered by selecting Image. These might include lab reports, X-rays, genetic test results, and others. Please be sure that before you upload any documents, you have removed or blacked out any information that could identify the patient. This includes things like names, medical record numbers, dates, distinctive markings, or tattoos. Finally, you are presented with the final summary page, where you can review all of the information that you have entered as part of the case report. Double check it for accuracy and completeness. If you need to go back and make a change, you can return to that section by clicking on the left menu bar. If you are a clinician, you are given the option to anonymize your case report here by clicking a checkbox if you don't want your name to show as the author. However, since I entered the case as a patient, if you enter patient or care partner, your name is automatically hidden. A nice feature of this page is the ability to print out a summary of the report you have just entered. This is a useful way to document all the patient's symptoms, the treatments they have tried, and what has and hasn't helped, and to share this information with their doctor in a way that is easily digestible for them. Click the print icon on the top right of the page to print your report. When you've checked everything and are satisfied with your case, click Submit. Remember that if you have any questions as you're entering your case report or run into any problems, we're here to help. Email us at curesupport@nih.gov for assistance. Watch our final video in the series now to learn about what happens to your report once it has been submitted and how to explore the treatment experiences that have been shared by others on CureID.